When payday arrives, it's easy to spend your hard-earned cash on new shoes, dining out at a new restaurant, or catching a movie, and before you know it, it's gone. Managing your finances effectively right after you get paid can be challenging, so today, I'll walk you through the 8 essential steps to take with your money as soon as you get paid. Step 1. Find your financial baseline. The first and most crucial step in managing your personal finances is to determine your financial baseline. Many people find this task overwhelming, which is why so many struggle with their finances. In fact, 64% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck because they fall victim to a psychological error known as mental accounting. This means they mentally categorize their money rather than writing it down. For example, if you receive a tax refund in May, you might mentally label it as extra fun money and start spending it on things like a new PS5, a new TV, or other non-essential items. However, this money is essentially part of your regular income, just returned to you by the IRS after overpaying taxes. The good news is that the solution is simple: open a spreadsheet and record all your monthly expenses, such as rent, internet, food, and other necessities. Now, it's time to delete non-essential expenses, such as Netflix, unnecessary office supplies, and game subscriptions. After a thorough self-evaluation, you should be left with only your core expenses: housing, rent or mortgage, ideally under 30% of your income, groceries and food, about 10% of your income, and insurance and utilities like internet, cell phone, and electricity, about 10% of your income. This total amount is your financial baseline, the minimum you need to survive each month. Aim to keep your financial baseline under 50% of your total income. If it exceeds this, look for areas where you can cut costs. Knowing your financial baseline is the foundation for the next steps in building a healthier and wealthier life. Step 2. Build an emergency fund. Imagine having 6 months' worth of expenses saved up in your bank account at all times. Think about the freedom and peace of mind you'd feel, knowing that if you got sick, lost your job, or got injured, you'd be completely fine. This is why an emergency fund is crucial. Murphy's Law states that anything that can go wrong will go wrong, so it's best to be prepared. Instead of asking your parents for money or going further into debt with your credit card, you'll have a safety net. A study found that 56% of Americans can't afford an unexpected $1,000 expense, and 22% don't have any emergency fund at all. Suppose you had a car accident, which costs about $4,000 to fix. Without emergency savings, you would need a loan, and repaying that with interest would have cost over $7,000. Ideally, your emergency fund should cover 6 months of your financial baseline. If your baseline is $4,000 a month, aim to save $24,000 for emergencies. When your life is in chaos, that's when you use your emergency fund. Once your emergency fund is complete, move on to the next step in your financial plan. Step 3. Get rid of debt. 77% of American adults are in debt, and many of us have come to accept this as the norm. Whether it's buying luxury clothes we don't need to maintain an unaffordable lifestyle or purchasing new furniture when we could have used Craigslist, we often make choices that lead to debt. One of the worst aspects of debt is how it constrains your monthly income. Paying hundreds or more towards credit cards and car loans quickly diminishes the amount you can save and invest. Paying off high-interest debt will save you thousands in interest and fees. So, what's the best strategy to pay off high-interest debt early? There are 2 effective methods. 1. The avalanche method. Focus on paying off high-interest rate loans first, such as credit cards, payday loans, and car loans with an interest rate of 10% or more. Pay off the highest interest rate loan first, then move on to the next. This is the most cost-effective and efficient way to pay off debt. 2. The snowball method. This method takes a psychological approach by focusing on paying off the smallest loan amount first, regardless of interest rate. Paying off smaller debts quickly builds momentum and motivates you to keep going, even though it may be less efficient. When I got serious about personal finance, I consolidated all my debts into a Google spreadsheet, listing each debt, the amount owed, and the interest rate. Every time I made a payment, I updated the spreadsheet and visualized my progress until all my debts were gone. This kept me motivated to stay on track. After paying off your high-interest debts, you'll have more flexibility with your monthly income. However, before making any new financial decisions, it's crucial to prioritize the next steps in your financial plan. Step 4. Saving for retirement. Saving for retirement is a fundamental aspect of personal financial planning. It ensures that individuals can maintain their standard of living and achieve financial independence in their later years. In an era where life expectancy is increasing and traditional pension plans are becoming less common, the importance of personal savings and retirement planning cannot be overstated. The changing landscape of retirement funding, marked by a shift from employer-provided pensions to personal savings, places the onus on individuals to secure their financial future. By starting early, utilizing employer-sponsored plans, automating contributions, diversifying investments, and regularly reviewing their financial strategies, individuals can build a substantial nest egg that ensures a comfortable and secure retirement. The peace of mind and financial independence that come with well-planned retirement savings are invaluable, underscoring the importance of making retirement saving a priority at every stage of one's working life. Step 5. Investing in stock market. When it comes to investing, most people imagine flashing screens, day trading, and aggressive shouting, much like the scenes from The Wolf of Wall Street. However, investing doesn't have to be complicated or overwhelming. The basics are simple, and once you understand them, you could potentially make millions over your lifetime. Albert Einstein once said, "Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it, earns it, he who doesn't, pays it." This principle of compound interest is why you should have started investing yesterday. Historically, the stock market returns about 10% annually, meaning your money could double every 10 years without any extra effort. For example, if you invest $6,000 each year from ages 25 to 65 with an annual return of 10%, you could end up with over $2.7 million. In contrast, if you keep that money under your mattress, you'd only have $240,000. That difference is enormous and can significantly change your life. Step 6. Be patient with money. Investing for the long term means not checking your account every day, week, or month. Instead, you set your investments and review them maybe twice a year, avoiding stress when the stock market fluctuates. However, many people struggle with the market's ups and downs, especially when things look uncertain. This often leads to one of the worst financial mistakes, timing the market. This is when people stop investing or pull out their money when the market is down, waiting for the right time to re-enter. There are two problems with timing the market. First, you can't predict whether the market will go lower or higher, no one can. Second, even if you manage to pull out at a high point, you need to be right again to reinvest at the perfect low point. The best strategy, backed by data and math, is to invest a fixed amount every month consistently, regardless of market conditions. For example, if you invest $200 into Apple stock every month for 5 years, you'll buy more shares when the price is low and fewer shares when the price is high, minimizing your average cost per share over time. This technique is called dollar cost averaging. After investing consistently, move on to the next step in your financial plan. Step 7. Take control of your time. When it comes to life, time is our most valuable resource. It's the only thing we can't buy more of. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much money you have or save if you don't have the time to enjoy your life. In economics, this concept is known as opportunity cost, meaning the time you spend on one activity is time not spent on another. For instance, you might spend 4 hours on a Sunday cleaning your house, but what if you spent those 4 hours working on a side hustle instead? If you can earn $80 in those 3 hours and hire someone to clean for $20, your time is better spent on the side hustle. Over time, you can invest the difference, grow your money, and buy back more time to do what you love. Start by writing down the tasks you absolutely hate doing, such as cleaning the toilet, mowing the lawn, or driving out for groceries. Note how much time each task takes and calculate how much money you could be making if you spent that time working on your side hustle instead. Then, research the cost of hiring someone else to do these tasks. This process helps you determine whether it makes more financial sense to hire out certain tasks or do them yourself. However, the most important step of all is to take action based on this evaluation. Step 8. Automate the process. For a long time, I handled everything manually, paying bills, saving for a house, and investing. The problem with this approach is that it requires dedicated time and brainpower every week. This can lead to decision fatigue, a psychological phenomenon where the quality of your decisions declines as you make more of them throughout the day. In the morning, you might make excellent choices, but by evening, after thousands of decisions, you might start making mistakes. What if you could easily automate your finances so you never have to think about them again? Setting up financial automation can save you time and reduce headaches in the long run. Here's how you can do it. 1. Automatic deposits. Ensure your paychecks are automatically deposited into your checking account. 2. Set up transfers. Arrange with your bank to automatically transfer funds from your checking account into two new accounts, your spending account and your savings account. 3. Spending account. This account should cover fixed monthly bills and essential expenses like groceries, gas, and pineapple pizza. Set spending targets for non-essentials such as dining out, movies, and shopping. 4. Savings account. At the end of each month, set up automatic transfers to move any remaining funds into this account. From your savings account, the money should flow into whichever financial goal you're currently focusing on, saving for an emergency fund, paying off high-interest debt, investing, or covering opportunity costs. I hope you find value in this video. If you learned something, share it with friends and family. It could be life-changing for them too. Your likes and comments are deeply appreciated, as they help the video reach more people. Have a wonderful day and take care.